The Portland Trailblazers have kind of been in a really weird situation as of recently, and in all honesty, you could kind of consider it a drought. I don't know. Roll the freaking intro, baby. So, if you guys didn't get it from my intro, we are going to be rebuilding the Portland Trailblazers as of today, and it's going to be a little bit different. This team's kind of in an interesting spot, to be completely honest with you. They have had a lot of trade talks as of recently. A lot of teams have said that, they're trying to trade for Damian Lillard, they're trying to trade for CJ McCollum, and nothing has really fell through yet, or has anything's really happened. But at the same time, you never really know, especially with a team like the Trailblazers looking to win right now. With Dame starting to get a little bit older, they definitely need to make some moves. And I do think that they made some pretty decent ones. As you can see here, they did pick up Ben McLemore, who obviously in 2K he's not very good. But in real life, I do think that he can go ahead and give you like 10 to 15 points a night. They also went ahead and got Larry Nance Jr., who I think is pretty solid. That was part of the Chicago with, or I don't remember. I'd have to look it up, but I know he was part of a trade, and now he's on the Trailblazers, and I do think that he's a very solid player off the bench. And on top of that, they got Cody Zeller, who I think is a little bit underrated. I know he doesn't do anything super well, but what he does at a pretty high rate, which is pretty much just rebounding and inside scoring. But I really like the way he can rebound the ball. I really like the way he can score. He is, he's not flashy or anything, but he really does his job well. So I do think that there are some pretty bright spots in this team. I do like Anthony Simons here. I think that he's very solid. I do think that this team will definitely need a little bit more help. I do. So with that being said, we are going to make a trade. First year, I know CJ McCollum is an absolute bucket. I got it. He's a very great player. It's just, unfortunately, we've seen this way too many times that they've tried to run it back with Dame and CJ, and it just hasn't worked out. And in 2K, he regresses really, really fast. So I would like to get something out of him before we don't get anything. So we definitely need to fill that shooting guard position. So that is what I'm looking for right now. I'm not seeing anything that's too crazy yet, and that's okay. We could get Drew Holiday, but, he also regresses a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think for the first year, I am going to keep CJ McCollum there, and then in the offseason, I can look to trade him with maybe a first-round pick or something along those lines. So I think we're going to just run a 9-man rotation here. I'm going to run Ben McLemore here, give him about 17 or 16 yes, we'll go 17 minutes. We'll get 20 to Simons. We'll give 25 to 24 Larry Nance, 26 to Cody Zeller. I think that's probably the best way to do it. We do have a pretty decent coach, especially for 2K at least. We don't really know how it's going to work out in real life, but in 2K, very solid, very solid. So I do want to go ahead and change it to play physical defense, which it's already on. I'll go ahead and check our system proficiency. So perimeter centric's actually 4 stars. That's probably what we're gonna run. That looks like it's the best one. So we'll go ahead and change Chauncey Billups' coaching style, make his preferred style the perimeter centric, and then we'll be good to go. So I don't think I'm going to make any moves this first year. I'm going to kind of play it out, see if we can make playoffs, and then make some moves from there. We do need kind of like a 2-for-1 deal to be able to get like a shooting guard and maybe like a power forward or something along those lines. So I will simulate to the end of the year. I'll see you guys there. So in a positive note, we did end up going above 500. Very, very solid. But we were still the 7th seed and 15 in the power rank. So it's not like we were, insane by any stretch of the imagination. Jokic is your MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cade Cunningham, Andre Drummond, 6th Man of the Year, Giannis is Defensive Player of the Year, Ja Morant Most Improved, and Coach of the Year is Doc Rivers. Jacob Park is Exec of the Year. So I think we finished 42-40 if I'm remembering correctly. We'll take a look and see if we have anybody on any teams. It doesn't look like we do. and that's okay. Like I said, I didn't really foresee us being a very good team this year. So the fact that we did make playoffs was actually a kind of a nice surprise. So going up against the Clippers, who do obviously have Paul George, have Kawhi Leonard, they have Paul Millsap, Brook Lopez, Serge Ibaka, Terrence Mann. So, they are filled with veterans, but they're all pretty solid. Terrence Mann's obviously an exception to that, and Reggie Jackson is also a veteran. So, they do have a lot of like older pieces, but they're a pretty well-rounded team, and we do end up losing in 5. So we'll go ahead and take a look at stats real quick. For the season, obviously Dame is a monster. He is doing his thing. No one can really stop him. And then here's the fall off of CJ McCollum, just in case if anybody wanted to see how bad it was. It's bad. So we definitely have some moves that we need to make in the offseason here, and the Pelicans go on to win it all. Zion is your finals MVP. So this is where things are going to get interesting here. League meetings, we need to make sure everything is rejected, which it is. We'll go to the draft lottery. Do we have any decent picks? Trailblazers. So we have pick 16. Not terrible. It definitely could be a lot better, but it's really not bad. We're going to fire him as our trainer. We are going to offer Randy Martin a bag. Sure, take it. We did lose out on our assistant coach, which is fine. We'll bring in Trent Peterson. He is a little bit better anyway. And then, sure, we can go ahead and get a new head scout. We have like no money. Yikes. I definitely thought we had more money, but so the best one we can get is this guy. Okay, whatever. So we'll go ahead and go to the NBA draft. Like I said, we had pick 16, so it's nothing too crazy, but I do want to see what I can get for CJ McCollum and this first round pick. We need someone that's going to be able to get us a 2-for-1. Dylan Brooks would be decent. Duncan Robinson and Kyle Lowry is decent. Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward, Dre Money, Kemba Walker, Fournier, Mo Bamba and Terrence Ross, KP, Cam Thomas, and pick 4. Ooh, that's interesting. But the thing is like, especially with how old Damian Lillard is, it's gonna make it pretty tough to be able to develop Cam Thomas and win a championship there. I don't know. Maybe we should just wait until we might get some more. But then we won't have our pick. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a tough situation. Larry Nance does have a pretty big contract. Is there anything that we could get for Larry Nance in the 16th pick? Anything that would definitely upgrade our roster? Honestly, not really. 2 firsts. If we did the 2 firsts, we'd be able to get his contract off of our hands, but I'm really not seeing too much that's, making me. I mean, Evan Fournier would be decent, but I don't really know how much of an upgrade that's going to be. Wow. They have put me in a tough spot here as the GM of the Portland Trailblazers right now. So we'll go ahead and take these 2 firsts. And what we're going to do is we're going to sim to the end here. So here in the free agency, we do have a decent amount of cap space, but the problem is we do have to bring back a decent amount of players. For example, Nurkic, Covington, Zeller. All 3 of these guys would still be decent to keep around. But we have about a total of $20 million. So, it's a decent amount, but it's nothing too crazy. So for $20 million, what would we be able to get? So it looks like maybe a Drummond. We could probably get a Schroeder, Bridges. Bridges is 31 actually. Kevin Huerter would be decent. VO. I don't know. None of these are really too crazy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring back these guys. I would like to get Nurkic back for sure. Robert Covington, he can come back. I don't really care. Cody Zeller can come back. And they do all agree to that. So we really shouldn't have too much money left, to be completely honest. I do want to renounce the rights on Greg Brown and CJ Ellaby. And honestly, even this guy, I don't really know who that is, to be honest. So now what we're looking at still about 20 mil. So if we're looking at about 20 mil, I'll skip through moratorium just so we can take a look. Okay, so yeah, now we're back down to 5. So we really don't have very many options. We could get a couple vets on the team because we don't have a backup point guard, backup 2, backup 3, or backup 4. So we definitely need to sign something. I would definitely like a backup 2. We could get a Kent Bazemore. We could get yeah, there's not really very many good options, to be completely honest. Maybe we can get an Avery Bradley. Let's get Bazemore. Let's get Bazemore on a minimum. Let's get Nicholas Batum on a small contract, and let's get Markieff Morris on a small contract. So hopefully all of them do sign. Kim Bazemore does sign. Batum and Morris both sign. So we don't have enough to bring in Morris. So is there anyone else that we could bring in? Daniel Tice at power forward is not a bad option. So hopefully we can sign him, and he does accept that. So very solid. We'll go to player progression here. Hopefully we see some green. I don't know if we will or not. Like I said, CJ McCollum, he falls off so quick. We will have to get him out of the rotation here soon. Apparently Norm Powell too. I didn't know that he dropped like that, but apparently he does. So we have a lot of moves to make. And we've only got about 2 years to try to win a championship. I think I'll try to rebuild around Damian Lillard, but at the same time, I just don't know. I just don't know what all we can really do. So we will go ahead and send untapped potential to I don't even know. We'll send it to Simons, maybe, and he stays at A-. That's very unfortunate. We'll send it to Nurkic. Nurkic is kind of young, but not really. I mean, he's sort of young. And I guess this last one can go to Robert Covington. I don't know. We'll advance to the next season here, and yeah, we're really bad. We're really, really bad. And it's very unfortunate, but we are pretty bad. So we'll move. CJ McCollum actually goes down as a small forward. So we will go ahead and trade Finder CJ, and hopefully an unprotected first, because we're going to be really bad this year again. So hopefully we can fill in that shooting guard position with someone that is a little bit younger and that is only going to progress. Or we could look for a 2-for-1 option that's going to give us like a power forward and a shooting guard. That would be the most ideal situation. So technically this would work because Matisse Thybulle could play that back or that shooting guard position. But I'm going to keep my options open. Vucevic would be pretty solid. Lonnie Walker would be solid. We could look for Jonathan Isaac would be pretty decent as well. Jeremy Grant would be decent. Siakam and Luke Kennard that's actually a really good trade package. Lou Dort and Josh Giddey, that's a pretty solid package as well. D'Lo, he does turn into a 2K stud. But, you know, it does put me in a tough spot here with what I would even want to do. I think for now, I'm going to go with this. It does give us 2 younger guys in Pascal Siakam and Luke Kennard. Siakam does put up pretty decent numbers here. Luke Kennard, not as much, but he only got 13 minutes in, Toronto. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and give it a shot. I truly don't think it makes us any worse. Obviously, that shooting guard position does need to be worked on, but Anthony Simons could be coming in as that starting shooting guard here very shortly. We do still have some more moves to make, I think. I'm going to go ahead and look for some more trade finders. I'm going to cut this part out so you guys don't have to watch it, of course, but I will see you guys then. So this is going to be the next trade that we're going to do. Honestly, I know Daniel Tice was I think he would be pretty solid for us as that backup center. But at the end of the day, we do need to just keep moving forward with our progression and stuff. And I think bringing in a young scorer like Cam Thomas is going to be solid. And you guys know, if you guys have watched some of my other videos that I've got him, he can really score the basketball. And I definitely think he's going to help the team out. So I'm going to look for another backup, either power forward or center with some of the pieces that we do have. And that's probably going to be the last trade, so I'll see you guys when I find one. So this trade is really hard for me to pass up, to be completely honest. So it's going to be, I know you guys can't see it, it's kind of covered up, but it's going to be Nick Batum, 2 first-round picks, Mario Hezonja for PJ Washington and Gordon Hayward. I think that this just makes our team a lot better. It makes us have a lot more depth as well, because you're looking at a full starting 5 here with Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington off the bench, Luke Kennard, and Anthony Simons. So I think that that's solid enough. I truly do. I think that this is a decent enough bench. I think we have enough young depth. Damian Lillard is probably going to be one of the ones that is going to regress. And we saw that Norm Powell does regress for some reason, even though he's super young. So I'm going to look for a trade for him real quick just to try to get a new small forward. But other than that, I think we're pretty much set. I think I could potentially see us winning one next year. It is just going to take, just one more piece to the puzzle. But I think that, wow, we could get Rudy Gobert, and then we could potentially flip him for even more. So maybe we could run something like that. Kuzma. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and trade for Rudy Gobert. I'm going to move him to the power forward position, and I am going to trade him and a first and a second for everything that we would have. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, like we get some really solid offers for that. We need a small forward for sure. We could get Paul George. That's probably what we're going to do. Mitchell Robinson and John Isaac is not bad. John Isaac could play that 3 position for us. Brandon Ingram could play that 3 position for us. OG would be decent. Zach LaVine. Yo, you guys know I'm biased. You guys know I'm the biggest Bulls fan in the world. But I'm not giving up Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is like the next guy that we have. So maybe we could run with Tobias Harris. This is actually a solid trade. I mean, DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic, but let's keep looking one more time. Make sure we could get CJ McCollum back. That'd be funny. Yeah, let's do this trade. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to play John Isaac at the starting small forward spot. Then we'll have a bench of Hayward, Robinson, Washington, and Luke Kennard. I will go ahead and extend it out to 10-man. The reason being is because I do want to get Simon some minutes. I think that he progresses pretty well in 2K. So I would like to get him some minutes. But I'm pretty happy with our roster. I think we made a lot of improvements to it. So I'm just going to sim till the end, and I'll see you guys there. So, I mean, yeah, we were pretty solid. We actually made a lot of improvements this year. We ended up as 3 in the conference, 5 in the power ranks. Cade's your MVP. Victor Wembanyama is Rookie of the Year. Bol 6 Man of the Year. John Isaac, our boy, Defensive Player of the Year. Jumped up to 14 points a night, too. Like, I guess technically he went down. But 14 points a night from John Isaac is really solid. Most of the time he's not that big of a scorer. So, Coach of the Year goes to Monty Williams. Justin Taylor, Exec of the Year. I think that was us. But I'll have to double check that, of course. Do we have anybody on any teams? Trailblazers. No, nothing other than John Isaac. Kind of unfortunate. I was hoping for a little bit more there, but that's okay. So Damian Lillard's our leading guy. No surprise there. Siakam right behind him with about 15. So he is, in the points department, we are seeing a regression from him. Which is unfortunate, but he's on a much better team as well. Mitchell Robinson is here with 13, 8, very solid off the bench. 13 and 8 off the bench is nothing to shake your head about. We have Gordon Hayward here at about 13 and 3. We have Cam Thomas here, 10.8 and 1 and 3. So he truly is a really good bucket getter specifically. So I do like that, but I just want to win at the end of the day. That's all I'm really looking for. So we are going to keep Cam Thomas in the rotation, but maybe it's time that he comes out of the starters, at least for now. So we're going up against the Pelicans here. So yeah, we are going up against the Pelicans here in round 1, and everybody knows the Pelicans are definitely just 2K's team for sure. Anytime you go up against the Pelicans, you have a good shot of losing. So, we do bring it to a Game 7. We actually win. So we're going up against the Lakers now, who brought in Marcus Smart. They have Mark Williams here at center. They have Kyle Anderson, Victor Oladipo. So pretty solid roster, and we do end up winning in 7. I can't believe that. So now we're looking at Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Paolo Banchero, and Zubats, who we could have got Paul George. So and we end up winning in 5. Now we're going up against the MVP, Cade Cunningham, and they got Sexton. Oh my gosh. That's a squad. That is a very good squad. So we do end up losing in 7. Cade Cunningham is your finals MVP. No shocker there. So we do end up, we're going to reject all these. We're going to go to the draft lottery. We'll probably just run everything back. I really don't foresee a reason why we would change anything. We made it to the finals. We just unfortunately lost. So, which is fine. It's no big deal. But actually, I don't even care who our CFO is. So we'll go to the draft. And it looks like we do have a pick. So we have a pick in the second round. I'll throw Robert Covington in the second together, see if we can get anything. Pat Connaughton's an upgrade, sure. Alec Burks is an upgrade, sure. DeLon Wright, Connaughton. Let's see. Otto Porter, is it really an upgrade? Probably not, but both of them didn't really play, so we'll go ahead and trade for Pat Connaughton, sure. I don't need that pick anyway. So we'll send him to the end. We'll see kind of what's going on here. We have no rookies. We'll go to the team and player options. I would like to accept it on both. I don't know if we will have enough money to be able to accept it on both, but I would definitely like to. We have bird rights on PJ Washington, so we'll get him back on the qualifying. And then I would like to get Simons back as well. And they do both agree. So we're going to go here to player progression. And hopefully we should see a lot of green from some of our younger guys. I just think, and it looks like we do. So Siakam's up to an 89. Isaac's up to an 87. Nurkic is up to an 85. Simons, Kennard. So I think we're a pretty solid roster. I'm going to move John Isaac to the 3, so that way he can play alongside the starters. I would like him starting as opposed to coming off of our bench. And I didn't mean to do that. We're just going to auto-generate rookies, go to the training camps here, go to untapped potential, and we're going to see kind of what's going on here. So John Isaac, get him up to an A+. We'll send Nurkic there, and we will get Simons there as well, and then advance to the next season. So it doesn't look like, it says we're not supposed to be very good, which is kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it would probably be it'd probably be kind of 50, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just going to run it back with this exact same roster for now. I don't foresee a reason to change anything. I'm going to keep it the same. We made the finals last year. Hopefully we can finally win it this year. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. So we ended up pretty solid, I got to be honest. We ended up as the 4th seed in the power ranks, 1 in the conference. Cade is your MVP again. Warren Washington, Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey, 6th Man of the Year. John Isaac, once again, Defensive Player of the Year. Aneka Okongwu, Most Improved. Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year. And Austin Newsome, Exec of the Year. So we'll go ahead and take a look here, see if we have anybody on any teams. Like I said, I don't think that we will, and it's very unfortunate, but they're just not showing us any love right now. So we're going up against the Lakers first round. We did beat them last year, but that doesn't mean anything as we get swept. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. I think I'm going to post probably 2, maybe 3 more videos before the new 2K comes out. I will try to drop a rebuild on the first day that 2K does come out. I do unfortunately work until 5, but I can definitely try to crank one out after I get off. But yeah, I'm really, really excited, you guys, for the new 2K. But I have so many different ideas to go off of, so got a couple more videos in mind for this 2K as well. This 2K has been pretty good for me. It's helped me grow my channel a lot, but let me know what you guys want to see next. This is King Stern signing out. Peace.